I blinked and the number just keeps growing.
Today, I'm with Alanda, who's a lady on a weight loss journey and is creating a YouTube channel all about it using Taja. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Okay, Alana, first of all, tell me a little bit about your channel and about your business.
Great. Well, back in February of 2024, I decided to change my life by getting on a GLP-1 weight loss journey. And I did not want to be alone in my journey. So I created a YouTube page to chronologize that journey. And within about 6 months, I was able to be monetized. And from there, I just grew a community and I used Taja to help me do that.
Well, first of all, well done and congratulations for getting monetized. And for the benefit of people who don't know what GLP-1 is, could you just explain what that is very quickly, please?
Yes, it's a weight loss medication. You may have heard of the shots. So I use a weekly shot to help my body kind of calm down on my obsession with food. And by doing that, I'm able to get a lot of health benefits.
Excellent. And you decided to make the YouTube channel to help others and document your journey.
Correct. It also helped me to hold myself accountable. So I knew every Friday I was uploading a video, standing on the scale, and administering my injection. And I had a community that quickly grew, and they are following my journey and adding insight on their journey.
Well, with YouTube, as in many things in life, consistency is key. So maybe you can explain how Taja is helping you make these videos work.
Yes. Well, initially, when I first started making my YouTube videos, I was all over the place because I was told, use this product, use this product, use this product. And so from video to video, I was using a variety of products and it was becoming very overwhelming. And so when I found this particular program, I realized, okay, I could streamline my description. Um, it sends it right over and it's pretty much the same format. And it does the added benefits of helping with my shorts. So I utilized it and I was able to really streamline every bit moving forward. So now I've learned some other features so I can go in and put in added tags and I don't have to do that every single upload.
For people who have not tried YouTube before, maybe they don't appreciate just how long it takes to do this stuff manually and how much time you can save using Taja.
Yes, my editing process, like I said, I film on Friday. So on Thursday, I sit down and I lay out my outline of what am I talking about tomorrow. And so then when it comes to me actually filming, I can film my videos in 30 minutes. I can then edit my videos within about 30 minutes and I can upload and everything in about 10 minutes. So I'm roughly spending a little bit of an hour of my Friday on my hobby, my business. Whereas without the program, I could spend hours just trying to upload one. And a lot of times content creators will tell me that, like, what? How? What are you doing? Because they're in there editing for 3 and 4 hours for a 15-minute video.
And when you don't use Taja, you need a whole bunch of other pieces of software and maybe the help of a VA, which again puts up the cost and puts up the time, doesn't it?
Correct, yes. And there's so many out there that one might offer this feature, one might offer that feature, and now you have to write down what feature, what program you used. Excuse me, what program you used so you're able to show that consistency.
Well, we're really glad that it's helping you and you're using it for optimization. Tell me a little bit more about the short side of things.
Shorts is something that in the very beginning, someone said, use the shorts, it'll help you grow your channel. And so I really did lean in heavy on my shorts. Noting that you only had 1 minute from start to finish to get it going. And you also wanted to make sure you got that message put in. So with the program, when I edited optimized my long form content, it actually picked out the important pieces. And it usually gave me about 8 to 10 to choose from, which was great because when I did my initial outline, I didn't see those parts as key pieces But when the tag optimized it, it was like, these are your 10 key pieces. Like, oh, thank you.
The AI is getting so clever nowadays, but the important thing is, like you said, that you're consistent, you produce the long form content, and then let Taja get on with finding those little golden nuggets that really benefit the audience.
Correct.
So I have a question for you. If you were talking to somebody who had never used Taja before, what would you say to them, Alana?
I would say that, and actually, I've actually suggested two of my friends get the product because they were struggling and they just couldn't understand how things were moving so quickly for me. And I said, well, one, I'm not tech savvy. This is not my initial blessing. So I needed a program that was consistent, a program that was knowledgeable, and a program that I could depend on. With our new influx, a lot of programs, what I found, started, and then when I would go back 2 weeks later to use that same program, it was no longer there. And so then I was back at square one. And so when they are looking at their content and what to do with their content, I'm like, okay, it'll help you come up with a title. It will help you with the description. It can help you give you options of how do you want to sell your video without you having to come up with the idea behind it. Because you think it's good doesn't mean that everyone else thinks it's good. That's where we need the AI piece.
Well, it's clearly working for you because you were telling us before we started that you're now monetized.
Yes, I was monetized within 6 months, which is like a YouTube, like, what? I didn't even know. When I hit 500 subscribers, my kids were they were going ballistic. By trade, I'm a teacher, so my students, when they kinda caught wind, like, "Oh, you're on YouTube?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but we don't talk about it." They were like, "How many subs do you have?" And I was like, 505, and they were like, "Oh, that's great." So I literally had, a cake for my 500 subscribers, and I literally blinked, and we were at 1,000, and I was already at my 4,000 watch hours, so it was just crazy from there.
And I think you're still being too modest because I think you've got more than 3,000 now, haven't you?
I do. I blinked and the number just keeps growing.
Well, onwards and upwards. And I just want to say thank you very much for being charming and spending the time with me today.
Thank you. It has been a pleasure, and thank you all for what you've done to help me with my YouTube channel.